Good morning. Please remain standing, and it's my pleasure to invite Raquel Bianca Cadilla to sing O Canada this morning.
Please sit down, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 102nd Convocation of the University of Waterloo. 102nd Convocation. Now, as all of you know, the University of Waterloo has a great reputation for being an entrepreneurial university. A spirit of innovation and creative thinking permeates the university. So you may not be surprised that it reminds me of the story of a man who walks into a New York City bank and says he wants to borrow $2,000 for 3 weeks. The loan officer says, "What kind of collateral do you have?" And he says, "I have a Rolls Royce. Here are the keys." The loan officer checks that the man owns the Rolls Royce, takes the car, drives it in the underground parking, and gives the man $2,000. 3 weeks later, the man comes back, pays the bank the $2,000 plus $10 interest, and he gets back the Rolls Royce. And the bank manager says, "Why does a man who owns a Rolls Royce, why would you come and borrow $2,000 from a bank, sir?" The man says, "I had to go to Europe for 3 weeks, and where else could I store a Rolls Royce for that long for $10? Creative thinking. Here at Waterloo, each convocation is a celebration of the achievements of our graduates. And this morning, we celebrate with those graduates in the Faculty of Mathematics. On behalf of the Board of Governors and the Senate of the University, I'd like to express congratulations and best wishes to all of those who graduate this morning. Please savor every minute of today's ceremony and the celebrations that will follow with your circle of family and friends. Today is a rite of passage to an exciting future where you can apply the knowledge, share your experience, or continue learning. I also welcome the families and guests of the graduating students. Your presence today is a tangible demonstration of your support and commitment to the success of our graduates. We will begin with the conferring of honorary degrees, titles on individuals who have distinguished themselves in the academy. We will then confer bachelor's, master's, and doctor's degrees. Finally, medals will be awarded to graduating students who have excelled in their studies. The proceedings will take less than 2 hours, and we ask that you remain in your places until the convocation is adjourned and the academic procession has left the convocation hall. This ceremony blends age-old university rites and protocols with the spirit of informality which characterizes Waterloo. We trust that it will be an occasion to enjoy and an occasion to remember. I offer you my congratulations, and as you move from Waterloo, I challenge you. Take risks, be unconventional, but never forget that honesty, integrity, and strength of character should be the driving force in all that you do. As an aside, when I was your age, I was introduced to a book by Napoleon Hill. The name of the book was Think and Grow Rich, a wonderful book that studied success stories of businessmen, doctors, politicians, scientists, and others. The book analyzed the principles behind their success and explained it in very simple terms, concluding finally with this line: what the mind can conceive, the mind can achieve. What the mind can conceive, the mind can achieve. So one day, when finally you've made your mark in this world, make sure that you give back to those less fortunate. Because all of us have benefited from the wisdom, advice, and generosity of others that helped and shaped our careers. So now let me end with a Chinese proverb. And the Chinese proverb goes something like this: if you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. But if you want happiness for a lifetime, go help somebody. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this convocation, and the convocation will now begin. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Robert Truman. Robert Truman's career at the University of Waterloo spanned 37 years, leaving a footprint in each of 6 decades, beginning with his undergraduate career in the Faculty of Mathematics in the mid-1960s. A prototypical Waterloo success story, he was attracted to the university as a high school student and came to work for Wes Graham and Don Cowan before attending as an undergraduate student. Mr. Truman joined the university as a full-time staff member in 1973 in what is now the Office of Institutional Analysis and Planning. And he served as director of that unit from 1984 until his retirement in 2010. His insight, creativity, and critical thinking formed a solid foundation, providing decision support and analyses in the key areas of enrollment and revenue forecasting, expenditure models, and performance and outcomes assessments. Mr. Truman's track record of success extended beyond the university, as he served on task forces and committees of the Ministry of Training, Colleges and Universities, the Council of Ontario Universities, the Council on University Planning and Analysis, Ontario University's Application Centre, and the Group of 13 Data Exchange. He led or chaired many initiatives that informed governments on tuition and fees, financial aid, grant funding, accountability, performance indicators, and outcomes assessment, and the renewal of the professoriate. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his pervasive influence and contributions to senior management and his notable contributions at the provincial and national levels, I request that you bestow the title honorary member of the university upon Robert Truman.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Stanley Burris. Professor Burris joined the Pure Mathematics Department of the University of Waterloo in 1968. He quickly became an international leader in the field of universal algebra. Though he took early retirement 15 years ago, he has remained an energetic scholar and departmental colleague. Professor Burris is world-renowned for his wide-ranging research in universal algebra, in particular for his logical analysis of sheaf constructions and for his classic graduate text with H.P. Sankapanavar, published in 1981. His research interests, however, are much broader. Professor Burris is also well known for his advocacy of computer-aided research and automated theorem proving, and for his recent significant contributions to asymptotic enumeration, as well as the history of 19th century logic. His interest in history recently led him, in partnership with the Mathematical Association of America and Sun Microsystems, to design a poster celebrating the contributions of women to mathematics. This poster now hangs in universities across North America. Throughout his career, Professor Burris has shared his passion for research with students, both undergraduate and graduate, many of whom now hold major academic positions at North American universities, and of which I am one example. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his long and distinguished career at the University of Waterloo, I request that you bestow the title Distinguished Professor Emeritus upon Stanley Burris.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Xingteng Yao. Xingteng Yao is Professor of Mathematics at Harvard University. He received his PhD from Berkeley in 1971. Professor Yao's research has been predominantly in the field of geometric analysis. In fact, his celebrated proof of the Calabi conjecture in 1976 really ignited the then fledgling field, which is now one of the most active areas of mathematical research. He continues to be widely regarded as the world leader in his field. His research has also had many profound influences in physics, both in string theory and in Einstein's theory of relativity. However, Professor Yao's accomplishments go far beyond research. He takes very seriously the training of graduate students, having produced over 60, I think now it's over 70 PhD students in his career, including several truly exceptional mathematicians. One of the strongest supporters of women in mathematics, Professor Yao has the distinction of being the chair who hired the first female faculty member to the Harvard Mathematics Department in its nearly 400-year history. He is also a staunch supporter of mathematics in China, having established research institutes in Hong Kong, Hangzhou, and Beijing. All three institutes regularly attract visiting researchers from all over the world. More broadly, Professor Yao has promoted mathematics education through awards that he established in 2008 to encourage high school students worldwide to participate in project-based competitions in the mathematical sciences. Professor Yao has received virtually every major award in mathematics, most notably the Fields Medal in 1982, which is generally regarded as the highest possible recognition in mathematics. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his many accomplishments, including mathematical research, training, and education, and for his leadership in the scientific community, I request that you confer the degree Doctor of Mathematics honoris causa upon Xingteng Yao. I now invite Dr. Yao to address Convocation.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, the Chancellor and the President. It's a great honor for me to receive this honor degree from the University of Waterloo. I have been here several times visiting and giving lectures. It's a great university where the faculty and the students have devoted a great deal of their energy towards the mathematical science. Indeed, I understand this is the first university in North America who form a faculty of mathematics. And indeed, the degree I received is the very first one I've ever received, called Doctor of Mathematics, which I'm highly proud of. The cross-disciplinary research and partnership with industry in this university is truly impressive. The outstanding achievements in computer science and mathematical science at Waterloo are admired by the whole world. The Institute for Quantum Computing is a leading pioneer of advanced research in science and technology. And I think it's truly impressive also. The tremendous number of brilliant students trained at Waterloo have provided a solid foundation for the industry and the society of Canada and North America. I congratulate all of you who have been studying in this great university. Many of you are graduating today. I certainly believe that your future will be bright. There could be difficulties in the future, but you will overcome them, and you will enjoy your accomplishments. Since my own childhood, I have gone through many hardships. And it was not easy, but on the other hand, I never doubt that I would overcome those hardships and enjoy my accomplishments. I have devoted my life doing research and also educating students. It is a great joy for me to see the students graduating full of energy and courage for their future and the future of their society. When I was as young as you now, my goal in life was to pursue truth and beauty. I'm proud to say that I've never given up this dream. Although I have not accomplished as much as I like to see, I do hope that you will have a dream to advance the knowledge of mankind, to contribute, and to serve. I believe that many of you will be honored by this university in the near future, and with your accomplishment, your contribution, the world would be more peaceful. Thank you very much indeed.
Dr. Yao, on behalf of the University of Waterloo, I thank you for your encouraging words and welcome you to the group of Waterloo's distinguished alumni. I would also like to congratulate Bob Truman on receiving the honorary degree of the university and Dr. Burris for the title of Distinguished Professor, Emeritus Professor. Would members of the graduating class please rise? Mr. Chancellor, I present those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees. Alumni, you may take your seats. I would now like to invite Stephen Karp to come forward and deliver the valedictory address.
Mr. Chancellor and members of Convocation, proud parents, relatives, and friends, fellow graduates, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you today. As I look at you graduates, I see many faces I recognize. During our 4 or so years at Waterloo, from Frosh Week until this morning, we've each met hundreds of new people. And when you met someone you didn't know, one of the first questions they probably asked you was, "Where are you from?" I myself am from Vancouver. I lived there for my whole life until I came to Waterloo for university. When I told this to total strangers, they would often say to me, "Vancouver is a beautiful city. Why did you come all the way out here?" It was easy for me to say simply that Waterloo is a great school and leave it at that. But soon I was made to start thinking, did I really leave the ocean and mountains of Vancouver behind to come to Waterloo? Did I really leave the nightlife of Vancouver in exchange for Phil's? Did I really leave my loyal dog at home and come here to be chased and squawked at by geese? Graduates, I did. And for the past 4 years, I haven't regretted my decision for a minute. When you met someone new here, it's true that they probably asked you, "Where are you from?" But actually, the very first question they likely asked you was, "What program are you in?" Because at Waterloo, what matters most is not where you're from, but what you do while you're here. And graduates, we do math. Last term, I had a math class in the Modern Languages building. During my many walks to and from MC, I got to thinking, math in modern languages. In many ways, graduates, learning math here was like learning a new language. Think of all the vocabulary and terms we had to memorize. And when we looked at our textbook or our professor's notes for the first time, sometimes it looked like total jargon until we sat down and translated it. But Waterloo has made me see that math is a language in an even deeper sense. On the one hand, language is an essential part of each of our daily lives. It's the most practical way for us to communicate. Language is how I'm communicating with you right now, and it's also how, right now, some of you are communicating with your friends. And on the other hand, language forms some of the world's greatest art. There's Shakespeare, J.K. Rowling, whoever your favorite author is, writing literature that on the surface seems practically useless. But yet this literature is immensely satisfying and beautiful, and it too plays an important role in our world. I believe it is essential to learn a language from both sides, not only to grasp the practical fundamentals that allow us to communicate with the world around us, but also to appreciate the gems of literature that make our lives more worthwhile. And this, graduates, is how Waterloo teaches math. In our classes, we not only learn the facts of the subject, the practical methods, and the tools used in industry and in the workplace. We also learn that math is actually a way of thinking, which leads to observations so beautiful that math would be worthwhile even without any applications. Graduates, I know you've all experienced that moment when, at 3 a.m., after a long night, you finally solved the hardest problem on your assignment. And even though it was difficult then to see the big picture, you thought to yourself, you know, this is actually really nice. And isn't it worth it? Even aside from all the marvelous people I've met here and the times with them I treasure, this one thing alone, learning to see the world in new ways through math, made coming to Waterloo worth it for me. Whatever program you're in, all of us in the math faculty share the fundamental way that math has taught us to think, to be logical, to find patterns in the midst of chaos, to relate ideas using analogies and metaphors, and also to be precise while doing it, to realize that good enough often isn't good enough. It taught us to do our best. Now, as you go out into the world and meet new people, when they ask you, "Where are you from?" be proud to say, "I'm from Waterloo, and I studied math." Whatever you choose to do with your life, your fluency in math will take you a long way. It will give you the creative thinking skills you need to solve problems. It will earn you the respect of your peers and coworkers. Math will provide you with some of the greatest challenges you will encounter, and also some of the most satisfying rewards. It will take you as high as you want to go. It will take you above, well, I don't want to go over the top. That I leave to you. Thank you.
Stephen, thank you very much for your wonderful, insightful, thoughtful, memorable words. And I'm so glad that you were here in Waterloo, not in Vancouver 2 days ago. And your fellow graduating members of the graduating class will remember your words for many years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just formally acknowledged many accomplishments of our graduating class. And indeed, these accomplishments have been significant. And the graduates, you're here today because you deserved it. You were challenged, you were put through many, many tests, and you passed all of them. And you're here today to prove us that you really deserved it. For some of you, perhaps for many of you, however, there were some moments that you weren't quite sure. But there was always support for you. People you see here today, your parents, your partners, your brothers, sisters, spouses, they supported you all the way. Whenever you need an additional help before a final exam, or sometimes, the refrigerator was really empty and miraculously a food package arrived, or somehow the bank account got replenished. And these people have supported you right from the beginning. For some of you, especially for our international students, your supporters, your loved ones, were not able to come here today to celebrate this very important accomplishment with you, but we feel their presence here, and I'm sure that they are thinking of you today, right now. So, if I may ask our guests, please rise. Members of the graduating class, would you please join me in applauding these people who have supported you throughout your studies? Thank you. You may be seated. I would like to remind you of a couple of very simple house rules. I'm sure that you will like to take some photographs as our graduating class, they're getting their degrees or hooded. To the right, to my right, there's the place where you could come and take pictures. You can't directly get there. You have to go behind these stands and enter in here and take as many pictures as you like. But please go back to your seats as fast as you can, because there will be other people behind you wanting to do the same thing. And the graduates, as soon as you get hooded, would you please go back to your seats and enjoy the rest of the ceremony. So we will proceed with conferring of degrees now.
Mr. Chancellor, I present to you the candidate for the degree Bachelor of Computer Science, St. Jerome's University Honors Cooperative Program. Matthew Michael Thornburg. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, it gives me great joy to present to you the candidates for Bachelor of Mathematics, St. Jerome's University Honors Program. Kaylin Louise Crosland Smith, Patricia Herrick, Jaffer Muhammad Ali Hussein. Brian Tran, Madeline Lampa. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present to you the candidates for Bachelor of Mathematics, St. Jerome's University Honors Cooperative Program. Matthew Fox. Lifer Xiaowei Wang. Shuang Yin Lao. Sabrina Ma, Chi Chin Alex Ma, James Pendlebury. Tristan Pilcher, Peter Zuchek, Nina Roy. Selena Xu, Arthur Stremchen, oh, I'm going to do it again. Stremchienchi, Xia Sun. Seanju Yu. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, I'd like to present the first graduates of the Bachelor of Computing and Financial Management. Manu Hui Jin, Jessica Lau. Ilya Timofey, Chao Wu, Yintao Yang. Justin Young, Adriana Zheng, Chenchi Zhang. Dawi Zhou. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, I present to you the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Mathematics, University General Program, 3-year. Mathieu Bell, Anne Meghna Danielle, Zishan Hayat. Adil Lalani, Evelyn Kar Yan Lam, Kwan Ki Lee. Benjamin Neil Moncrief, David Dui Pham, John Zachary Ripalowski. Jairaj Sethi, Maureen Nafwa Simons, Kakit So. Yu Tan, Caitlin Turner, Wing Si Wong. Liping Michelle Wu, Jingjing Yi, Guan Nan Dran. Dreher Dran. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now present to you the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Mathematics, University General Cooperative Program, 3-year. Amanda James, Javid Jaraj, Caroline Mizik. Abir Mohammed Rahman, Peranavan Vetivulupilai. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now present to you the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Mathematics, University Honours Program. Azim Sarwar Awan, Shalev Ben David, Mei Chi Chen. Chung Man Cheng, Helen Hugh Lun Chung, Kar Lun Karen Chung. Sehang Ching, Uzair Dadaboy, Ryan Emile Delbel. Bo Hong Deng, Michela Dukut, Sean Christopher Eastwood. Tanusan Eham Paranathan, Nicholas Ferrari, Natalia Garcia. Jan Gorzniev, Yi Hao, Nadia Hashem. Hui Han Ho, Li Wen Ho, Brooke Howes. Wen Shuo Jiang, Tyler Gary Johnson, Daniel Lentine Johnston. Stephen Neil Karp, Zohaib Khan, Juyong Catherine Lee. Kevin Ho-Man Lee, Shooting Lee, Wenjing Lee. Xiang Li, Anqi Liang, Xi Lin. Hui Na Lu, Quan Ho Lui, Peter Meach. Rishab Mehta, Patrick Meisner, Sahar Merchant. Ghulam Mustafa Mund, Maya Natarajan, Mihai Christian Nika. Shama Rashid, Kristen Mary Elizabeth Rath, Samad Abdul. Daniel Ernest Severn, Felix Shafigulin, Mehdi Shalkhali. Shinyan Shen, Gaurav Shrestha, Atul Sivaswamy. Michael Jeffrey John Stanley, Yiwen Tang, Jesse Wright. Cheng Xing, Yilang Yang, Chen Zhang. Mao Ning Zhang, Richard Zolt. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Mathematics, University Honors Cooperative Program. David Arrow, Kevin Austin, Dalton Lusky, Jeffrey Byrne, Eugene Tsen, Diane Wayan Chan.
Keith Ka Ki Chan, Wilson Chan, Joanna Laura Chalaru. Sunny Chung, Matthew Chin, Matthew Chin. Chi Ying Sally Chu, Yun Sang Cho, Lee Grace Coyle. Ro Yu Tsui, Shung Da Tsui, Hui Yu Dai. Ushnish Day, Shin Tong Dung, Mark Cesare. Philip Robert Doyle, Kyle Wallace Easton, Anushya Elancharan. Amanda Falk, Vamsa Krishna Gandikota, Uzair Jalani. Jordan Grant, Kathleen Greer, Yu Chiang He. Sally Hung, Yu Hua, Lei Jia. Xiao Li Jiang, Elizabeth Yi Jin, Via Zhou.
Fui Man Can, Ian Benjamin Casper, Sahil Khanna. Caitlin Klinger, Michael Allen Koivusalo, Rachel Koo. Thomas Kwok, Regina Kwong, Jessica Lai. Ho Chi Keith Lam, Kelvin Lam, David Dai Woon Lee. Jessica Kar Lei Lee, Sang Jun Lee, Tai Hun Lee. Stephanie Legault, Marco Leung, Chang Li. Kathleen Guan Ling Lee, Michael Lin, Linda Liu. Tiffany Liu, Christine Liu, Hua Liu. Matthew Choi Elliott Louis, Sylvia Luong, Tu Hin Matra. Eugene Mong, Selena Mastroianni, Hong Miao. Andrew Montero, Raymond Mustard, Yun Suk Na. Nadia Najera, David Nassim, Nadia Navikova. Scott Page, Jin Sun Park, Roma Patel. Stephanie Patel, Teresa Power, David Kai Chian. Yun Ruan, Lena Luiz, Luke Robert Schaefer. Jason Harold Sinensky, Malcolm Adamson Sharp, Daryl Shen. David Skorik, Andrew Snazik, Vikram Somasundran. Leanne Elise Steve, Mark Stephen Sullivan, Andrew Tan. Shun Man Tong, Piravina Tharmalingam, Kaylee Veritstrata. Matthew Y, Derek Wan, Yuan Wong. Zheng Wang, Brandon James Weir, Heather Margaret Wiles. Jeanette Wong, Kelly K. Man Wong, Kenneth Wong. Caleb Sean Woodford, Jeannie Wu, Lu Si Wu. Ran Wu, Yang Xia, Tian Ying Shu. Yun Jun Yang, Yu Yu, Farhan Zaman. Robert Sibao Zhan, Bei Zhu, Ting Zhu. Sally Zhu, Ho Ming Darren Ao, Zhu Jun Lu. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, I present to you the Masters of Mathematics graduates. Matu Cash, Joshua Fletcher, Todd Murray Kemp. Kaylee Ann Ogden, Kenneth Emeka Unuma, Puruvempa Sudaram Ravi. Michael Sandelaru-Luri. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Chancellor, I present to you the Masters of Quantitative Finance graduates. Wen Cao, Brandon Freeman, Yiwei Ling. Maria Munawar, Jeffrey Nguyen, Wei Sun. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I now present to you the graduates of Doctor of Philosophy. Jun Liu. Muhammad Mirjalea Shirazi. Timothy Walter Reeves. Craig Schloss. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I now request you to confer in absentia the various and several degrees upon those candidates who are approved by Senate but who are unable to be present at today's convocation.
Mr. Chancellor, I now invite Jeff Sakrafsky to announce the name of the winner of the Alumni Gold Medal.
Mr. Chancellor, members of Convocation, ladies and gentlemen, since 1957, nearly 153,000 individuals have graduated from the University of Waterloo. Today, the class of 2011 joins that great assembly as they cross the stage and make the transition from student to alumnus. Graduates, your time as students may be ending, but I hope that your connection to the university will last a lifetime. I urge you to explore the continued opportunities the university offers you to learn, to grow, and to contribute. In the spirit of that connection, Waterloo's alumni are proud to recognize each year those undergraduate and graduate students who have achieved academic excellence. At Spring Convocation, we honor the undergraduate students from each faculty, while students in master's and doctoral programs are recognized at the Fall Convocation. To each of these exceptional students, we award the Alumni Gold Medal. This solid gold medal, engraved with the recipient's name and degree, as well as the university's insignia, symbolizes their outstanding efforts. Mr. Chancellor, as a 2002 graduate of the Faculty of Mathematics, I'm pleased to present to you the 2011 recipient of the Alumni Gold Medal for the Faculty of Mathematics. He graduated from Waterloo Collegiate Institute and graduates today with a Bachelor of Mathematics, Applied Math, and Pure Math. Mihai C. Nika.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe our newest class of graduates, they need a round of applause. They deserve one. Did you notice how miraculous it was that you were graduates first and then all of a sudden you became alumni? I'm sure that many special bonds and friendships have been established over the years that you studied here at the University of Waterloo. For which I'm going to ask you to get up and congratulate each other and say that, hope to see you again. Please rise and congratulate each other. You may be seated again. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, guests, today we are celebrating our graduates in the Faculty of Mathematics. When asked what it was like being the United Kingdom's Chancellor of the Exchequer in 1924, a post that required its fair share of mathematical know-how to keep Britain's books balanced, Winston Churchill described it as an Alice in Wonderland world, at the portals of which stood a quadratic equation, followed by the dim chambers inhabited by the differential calculus, and then a strange corridor of sines, cosines, and tangents in a highly square-rooted condition. Churchill was right in that there is an element of wonder to the work you do. Graduates, we hope that the feelings of fulfillment and achievement that you and your family are celebrating today are in close synchronization with the hopes and dreams that inform your choice to study here at the University of Waterloo. By now, you may think that you have learned everything there is to learn from us at the university. However, there are some final lessons that I would like to leave with you today. First, take pride in this institution. In our short history, we have climbed to the ranks of the top 10 universities in Canada, and our global reputation has cracked the top 100 universities in the world. Our university, your university, is consistently ranked first by reputation for innovation and for producing the leaders of tomorrow, future makers. As I look at our graduates today, what I see is the next generation of leadership. The University of Waterloo has sought to create an environment that combines the best in the humanities, in science and technology, in a way that is relevant to the lives of Canadians in a rapidly changing world. But the University of Waterloo's success, its reputation, and its goal to achieve a level of excellence comparable to the top universities in the world is entirely dependent on what you do with what we have learned here. So secondly, be proud of your achievements. This has been at many times a challenging, difficult journey for you. And today we are seeing the first fruits of your dedication. Our goal here has been to prepare you for what lies ahead. And you have been the most significant contributor to that goal. Through your work, through your own hard work, your dedication, and the building of lasting friendships. As you leave here and begin the next chapter in your journey of discovery, recall the words of author and historian George Iles, who wrote, "Whoever ceases to be a student has never been a student." Remember that the completion and achievement of a degree is not the end. Far from it. Education is a lifelong exercise. The creativity, the willingness to take risks, and the spirit of collaboration you have all demonstrated as students will serve you very well in the years to come and as you continue to learn. Thirdly, and finally, know that we are so very proud of you. If I may speak on behalf of your professors and all the members of the staff here at the university for a moment, I will say that we take such pride in the successes and accomplishment of our students. And allow me to welcome you to our growing number of alumni family of more than 150,000 around the world. At Waterloo, we like to say we are connected. I encourage you to stay connected to the friends you have found here and to the institution that you have called home for the last few years that you spent here. In 1676, Isaac Newton wrote to his rival Robert Hooke on the subject of innovation. He wrote, "If I have seen a little further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." Ladies and gentlemen, members of our graduating class, they are our giants. Giants who have elevated the University of Waterloo into the ranks of top universities during all too brief time that they have spent here with us. And because of you, the University of Waterloo will achieve even greater successes in the years to come. It is our hope that when you look back on your time at the university, you can say that my future started here. Thank you again, and congratulations.